Hello everyone, my name is Kelsounds, and today I am kickstarting a new series called Pack in Progress. So I figured it'd be kind of fun to create a sample pack and show you guys the process. So I have my folder over here for the sample pack. It is called Pack in Progress, and hold on, let me find this real quick. Oh, here it is. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some kicks and snares, hi-hats and claps, pads and plugs, percussions, sub-bass 808, and I'm going to also include the Ableton project file that we're working in to create these samples and sounds inside of this pack. And then at the end of the series, I'm going to release the whole thing on my Patreon for my Patreon subscribers. So yeah, you'll have access to the samples, to the Ableton project file, and the presets that I use to make samples all in one package. But yeah, I thought this would be a really fun series to do and show you guys the process of how I make my samples. So yeah, for this episode, we're just going to create the kicks and snares. So let's go ahead and dive right in. To create the kicks, I'm going to be using Faceplant. So I'm just going to come over here and add some MIDI. Set it to G0. So for the kick, I want to create a curve and do something like this. This is usually how I create the snares as well, but yeah, I'm gonna make this kind of shape. Wait a minute, how do I? There we go. And then modulate the harmonic. I'm gonna create a new group and call this shift. Kind of work on this shape a little bit more. Make the curve go a little bit faster. I'm also going to add another new group and call this gain. Add another curve modulator. Do something like this. This is going to be for the shape of the kick. So I'm going to go ahead and lower down this gain over here. And then bring the gain up. Of course, make the modulator go a little bit faster for the gain. Perfect. There we go. Just going to work on this a little bit more. Ooh, kind of like that. And I think I might try and add some noise to this. Oops, that's not the right thing. Let's see. Grab a noise modulator or generator. Then grab a filter. Oh, whoopsies, man, I am selecting the wrong things. Do this, do that for the sustain, and do this. Let's see. Honestly, I think I'm just going to saturate the cheese out of this thing. So let's grab a shaper, or no, not a shaper, table. I'm going to grab a shaper. Shaper? Aha, let's mess around with this. Actually, you know what? I think I might use one of the presets here. Maybe asymmetric? Let's just see what that sounds like. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Nothing like a good distorted kick to start your day. Might be a little over the top, but that is a-okay. And then maybe I'll use compactor for compression. So this is pretty much like a limiter, really. Ooh, crunchy. I think I'm gonna set the release time sort of fast, but not really that fast. This acts more as a look ahead, so maybe I'll leave that. Maybe I'll set it to like 2 milliseconds. And for hold, I don't know, just kind of mess around with these settings. But yeah, this is more like a limiter. And then what I want to do is add a filter. So I'm going to make a new group. So that'll be for our filter. I'm going to add a curve in here. Do something like this. Yeah, there we go. Mess around with the speed of the modulator and modulate the cutoff. Oh my. Okay. Yeah, that sounds dope. Yeah, this is just a lot of tweaking for the kick. Let's see. I like that distorted sound on a kick. And I think I'm going to add another shaper, but this time I'm going to use the Smasher shaper preset. Oh. Oh. Okay, maybe not so much. These are some sharper curves, so the distortion is going to be a bit more aggressive. Maybe I can move them out a little bit. I guess really, what's the point of the noise? You probably won't even hear it because of this filter. What if I just send this to lane 3? Oh yeah, that's cool. And then I'll throw a slice EQ on here and maybe do something like this. Actually, I was going to put a high pass on this, but that's going to get rid of some of the energy in the low end. But maybe I might duck down some frequencies over here to make the sub a little bit more present. So let's see, maybe something like this. Let's just mess around with this and see what it sounds like. Or even just like... something like that. Kind of boost the sub a bit. I wonder if we put that before the shaper. That'll mess things up. Let's see. Maybe we can do one before the shaper and then one after the shaper. And do something like this. Oh, then again, okay, so again, this noise is going through here, which has filters on it. So maybe if I do that instead. Well, hold on. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'll put a snap heap after this and do like a limiter. Or I could have just grabbed one instead of Ableton, honestly. But yeah, here we go. Ooh, ooh. Now let's throw a clipper on here. I love the way clipper sounds. And oh, well, I guess since there's already a lot of distortion, it'll just distort it even more. So I think I'm just gonna do that. Hopefully that sounds dope. And then to kind of add like a shape to our kick, I like to do this. I forgot what plugin it was. I used to use I think it's called Kick. I think it's called Kick, but there's like this option to do some volume shaping with your kick, and I like to do that inside of Curve. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'll probably grab this same curve inside of the gain group and then just put this in its own group and call this volume shape. Throw that in there and then kind of really zoom in to this. Oh wait, no, hold on. We gotta set this gain over here 2%, lower it all the way down, and then modulate it with this volume shape curve. Set that to 50, and then I guess that's. Or I guess, you know, what was the point of... I could have just done it inside of this gain, honestly. Why didn't I do that? Is there... This is... Okay, because this is controlling this. So I guess this is like another... Well, because this is for after all of the effects that we added. Kind of messed around with that. Actually, I think I'm going to add a little bit more stub. Sorry, I'm getting a little sidetracked here. Anyways, okay, so I have this gain curve here, modulating this gain over here, and I'm going to zoom into this really closely, do something like this, and then, yeah, let's make some room for the transient of the kick. Let's see, something like that. That might sound, or that might, yeah, that might sound a little goofy. Grab another gain, maybe turn this. Okay, let's see what that sounds like over here. If I go ahead and record this. Resampling. Okay, so I think that's our kick. I wanted something short and punchy. As you've seen, there was a lot of tweaking to kind of get the sound that I wanted, but I think this is what I wanted to go for. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my speakers real quick because I'm wearing my headphones and things can always translate a little differently when you're wearing headphones and then listening back to speakers. So I'm just going to see if I'm satisfied with this kick on my speakers. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, I am indeed satisfied with this kick. So this is going to be our first sample that we're going to go ahead and export. So I'm just going to rename it, I guess I'll just number it 1. But I'm going to do 2 samples. So this will be our first kick. And then maybe for the second kick, I'll do something, maybe I'll just tweak some things around. I don't really know, actually. Maybe I can make it a little bit longer? Or shorter? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so, if I make it shorter, right, we can do something super short. And then maybe we can just boost the bass by a whole lot. Let's see, if I, okay, so I have this gain. I don't know what this gain is here for. I don't know why I put that there, but if I just lower this down to, by a lot, and then I boost the gain of the sub, okay, so I forgot the noise group is kind of loud. So I'm going to turn that down. And yeah, let's just mess with this thing over here. Boost the low end there. And then, so I think that sounds all right. We can go ahead and boost this. And then I think that might sound okay. Let's see, maybe I can zoom in here a little bit more and bring this down. Okay, so I think that might be our second kick. Let's go ahead and record that. Whoopsies. Oh yeah, there is a lot of stub in there. Maybe we can just do something like this. Kind of lower this stub down. Oops, actually, you know what? Maybe I'll do... Yeah, no, something like this. Maybe lower this down a little bit over here. Splice that audio. Well, I guess the whole point of that was to have more stub, so I don't know why I'm lowering it. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's see what it sounds like. So that is our kick. This is our first one. Oh man, I really like that first one. This is our second one. And you know what? I think I'm going to come back in here and mess with the low pass filter a little bit more, just because I like the way that sounded. Or you know what? No, I can do it over here in the snap heap because I want to filter the white noise as well. So I'll just put low pass filter over this thing, do something like that. That sounds pretty good, actually. Okay, let's see what that sounds like. Oh, dude, yeah, that's perfect right there. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to do that instead. Okay, so that took a while for our kick, but that's all right. I'm going to leave timestamps in the video, so if you want to go ahead and just skip ahead to certain parts, you can. Usually making samples can take a while. So that was the kick. This is our second kick. So this is our first kick, our second kick. Oh yeah, that is perfect. And then, let's see, we're done with this. I think I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. Maybe I'll just name some things real quick. Do that, and then just kind of put things... Yeah, okay, so yeah, this is perfect. So if you want to go ahead and if you download this project, you can go ahead and mess with the controls and whatnot. And that is our first preset as well. Oh man, we are all the way out here. Let's go ahead and move this closer to the beginning of the Ableton session. And these are, okay, yeah, these are our kicks. I think I'm gonna rename this track export, and then now we can go ahead and create our snares. For our snares, I'm not gonna do anything too crazy, anything too aggressive. I think I'm just gonna do like a simple sounding snare. I think I want to do like more of a hip hop style sample pack. So for the snares, they're gonna be a little bit shorter. Okay, so we got that down. I'm gonna go ahead and insert another MIDI, and this time we are going to make a snare inside of faceplant. So I'm just gonna start over here. I think I might change my preset template for faceplant just because there's so much going on. It kind of throws me off. Let's see. I'm gonna do. Let's see. This is gonna be the body, and then I'll add a new group. This is gonna be the transient, and then this is gonna be the tail. Okay, I got my curve modulator down here. I am going to work on the body part of the snare. So, I guess I should probably lay out some MIDI as well. Here we go. We'll kind of mess around with that as we go, but yeah, so we got our body. Gonna go ahead and just do this. Then we got our transient. Let's see, actually I'm gonna put this in a group. So our curve modulator for our body group, I put that in its own group in the modulator section, and then for the transient, I'm gonna also put that in a group as well. And do something like that. Wait a minute. Yeah, something like this. Really fast time for the transient. Probably stick a filter on here. Or you know what? Maybe instead of using noise for the transient, I think I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, I'll just use the sine wave or the wavetable sine wave. And then for the tail, we're gonna go ahead and insert another new group. Call that tail. Grab a curve modulator and do something like this. Something like this. Put a high pass filter on this. Oh, wait, why can't I? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Something like that. And then modulate the gain. Make sure that's INF. And there we go. Let's see how that sounds. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now we could also do this. So we're gonna close these groups. I'm gonna insert another group and call this well, I'll just rename it master pitch because I want to modulate the master pitch as well. Then I can put a curve on here and do this. I use this shape a lot, but I mean it comes in clutch. Let's see. So do something like that. Fast time for the modulator. Maybe we don't have to do a whole lot, but you know, just a little bit. And then do this. See, we haven't even really added any processing, so oh, whoops. Maybe we can be a little bit more aggressive with the master pitch. That sounds pretty cool. And then I'm going to kind of do the same thing that I did with the kick. I'm going to grab a gain and set it on the master here. Make sure, yeah, these are both sending to lane 1. All of these eventually send to the master. So just going to turn this down, add another new group and call it volume. Put another curve in here. We got so many modulators going on, but that is okay. And wait a minute. Oh my gosh, wait, I just lost my train of thought. Oh crap. What was I doing? Why was I doing this? Why was I putting a gain after everything? Oh, okay, yes. To modulate. Okay, so we're going to modulate the gain. And I kind of want to make room for the transient again. So let's see, how fast is this going? 538. How fast is this going? 136. Maybe we'll just do something like that. And then we'll do this. Let's see. Make a little bit of room for the transient. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, now for the fun. We can just distort this a lot. I think before we do, I'm going to add a slice EQ and kind of listen to see if I want to boost or lower any frequencies. So let's see. Do something like this. Probably bring out the highs a little bit as well. And I think that's it. Then I'm going to push it. I'm going to push the sound into a shaper. So maybe something a little bit more aggressive. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, that transient is really hitting, so I think I'm going to come back over here to the volume group and do something like this. Okay, maybe is this going a little bit too fast? If we go to 300 milliseconds. I really love distortion, so I think I'm going to add another distortion. And goodness gracious. Okay, maybe that's too much. going to put a OTT on this with dynamics, multipass. Or you know what, maybe instead of messing with the frequency shifter there, I can come over here to the harmonic. Do something like that. Add a clipper. I love the way clipper sounds. Add another OTT. Really bring out this effect. Then we can add a limiter and man, that transient is hitting. Huh. I think I'm gonna actually throw an EQ or a 3-band EQ after this. Come over here to this sliced EQ. And of course, we could probably even use a compressor to shape the sound even more. I know I said I wasn't going to make anything too aggressive with the snare, but it's a little bit crazy, especially with that transient. Let's go ahead and record that, see what it sounds like. Whoa, there is a bit of a delay. That's all right. I think Bassplant had quite a bit of a delay with. I think it's the modulators. Can't remember, but here we go. Maybe if I pitch this up and then do this, this will be our first sample. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, okay, the transient kind of went away. Okay, cool. We'll put that in export. Oh yeah, that's perfect. And then I think I'll do another export. Goodness. Okay. Yeah, that is quite a bit of a delay, but that's all right. We're gonna work with that. Let's see. Yeah, where it's at the 0 crossing, so I think it's right about here. And then huh. Okay, now I think the transient is hitting a little too hard. Gooby dooby doo. Whoops. I think I'm gonna take this compressor off. Actually, I don't think I really need that. Because we're already kind of shaping our sound with the gain. Okay. Just gonna do a little bit more tweaking. Okay, I just need to record something. There we go. It is all over the place. I think this is gonna be our second snare, actually. I kind of want to layer it with something, to be honest. Man, I still think that transient is a little too loud. Let's see. Yeah, something like that, maybe? I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I kind of want to layer this with something. I think I'm gonna try and find like an FX, and man, I don't know actually, because maybe maybe it doesn't sound too bad either. I maybe I'll do 3 samples. Man, I need to decide. Okay, this is gonna be 2, and I'm just gonna put this over here, and then I'm gonna copy that, and then I think I'm gonna insert another audio track and put this in here and layer it with something. Let me go ahead and just look at. I made some effects in the latest SDS sample pack, so I'm gonna go in here and look. And it's so funny because I'm like, when I was making this pack, I was like, what am I gonna use these samples for? But now it kind of, they're perfect layer samples. So I think I'm just gonna do something like this. See, this might sound good or might sound bad. Okay, I guess it does kind of sound goofy, but that's why we kind of sample it out here. Do something like that, and then if we mess with the warp, then it's a whole different sound. I think I'm gonna do that. Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. There is our third sample. Cool beans. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this. Yeah, it's just these samples. But yeah, this is the third snare. I was originally only going to do 2, but I really wanted to layer this sample with something. So yeah, here we are. This is our third sample. Okay, so our first snare, second snare, and our third snare. And we already have the kick preset. This is going to be our snare preset. We have everything, and I'm just going to leave these settings the way they are. If you want to go ahead and tweak these in the project file, you can. I'm going to go ahead and control save that. But yeah, this is another preset for the project file. So there we go. We got our kick preset and our snare preset. I'm going to turn these off for now. So yeah, this is the kick and the snares. Sorry, I didn't plan on the video being this long, but yeah, like I said, I'll leave timestamps in the description, and so that way you can just skip ahead to parts. Yeah, here are the final samples. This is our kick, our first kick. This is our second kick. This is our first snare. This is our second snare. And this is our third snare. Cool beans. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later. Adios.